Sankey, right now, members of Congress are touring the scene of the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School massacre.
There will then be a recorded reenactment of the events that took place on the day of the shooting that is expected to start sometime this hour. Local 10's Christina Vasquez is joining us live from Parkland with more on what to expect from today's events.
And take a look at this. You're going to see this bird's eye view from Sky 10. From here, you can see how members of that bipartisan congressional delegation, they arrived to the school site here, entering the building. You're going to hear from one of those lawmakers in just a second, but they will be walking those bloodstained hallways, viewing those bullet-riddled classrooms. The Parkland families who invited them here telling me this is part of their ongoing fight for your kids at the intersection of school safety. That reenactment will follow this congressional visit. That reenactment relates to an ongoing civil case. Plaintiffs there are still in a quest for accountability.
They're going to see where kids walked into that building and didn't come out, where adults came to teach that day and didn't leave.
Members of a bipartisan congressional delegation will be touring what is a time capsule of terror.
Literally, as if it's the day after the shooting.
The 1200 building of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School.
I heard the shots were coming from the freshman building.
Stands as a haunting reminder of the horrors that unfolded on Valentine's Day 2018.
To have them see what failed, how close things could have been to provide a different outcome than having 17 people murdered, 17 injured, and an entire community terrorized.
Tony Montalto, father of Parkland murder victim Gina, is hopeful the tour will offer the lawmakers perspective and communicate the sense of urgency they feel to improve school safety.
The more people we have trying to solve the issues, the more things we will put in place to protect our students and teachers.
Protect our schools.
For Max Schachter, whose son Alex was murdered in his Parkland classroom, school safety is not a partisan issue. It is a pressing one.
I hope that good, common sense school safety legislation will come out of this.
The whole point is to continue that conversation, and yeah, this reinvigorates with emotions and with images.
Following the congressional tour will be a video and audio recorded reenactment of the 2018 school shooting, part of a civil case. Plaintiffs' lawyers have said it will parallel the shooter's movements inside in relation to ex-Parkland deputy Scot Peterson outside.
140 live rounds of AR-15, 223 ammunition fired off into a bullet trap. It's going to be extremely realistic.
It'll be extremely difficult to have the reenactment take place, but we know it's necessary. Peterson was acquitted of the criminal charges at the time, but that does not mean he's not guilty of failing to act.
And when it comes to the congressional visits, so this conversation that's unfolding this morning between the federal lawmakers and the Parkland families, that will continue later today when they meet for a roundtable discussion. We will be there and bring you the latest coming up at Local 10 News at noon. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Christina Vasquez, Local 10 News.